the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Jed Castles.
All right, Jed, keeping our eye on potential storms today, as well as some fire danger out west.
Okay, yeah, so here's the big picture. I want to show you what the satellite loop is doing right now, water vapor, and you can see a storm system is developing now over the Rockies into the Central Plains. That's going to rush across Oklahoma here late afternoon and evening, and eventually that'll sweep a cold front down through overnight tonight. So storm system developing now over the Central Rockies, is moving through the Central Rockies. So this is going to come right across the Central Plains today. With it being just a little bit to our north, that may be just enough to keep us from being able to get very many storms. But I think it's going to be maybe a bigger day across parts of Kansas, Nebraska, into Iowa. So if you have to travel today, where you see these low pressure areas, you see these boundaries, you got to watch out for storms along those. And that even does include Oklahoma. So we're going to talk about that here. Let's check out where we're at right now. Here's the current view on radar right now. We do have some morning rain that has fired up. Rain and some thunderstorms have developed. These came into Oklahoma, developed about midnight. So these storms started to form up into areas just north of Enid, near Grant County, near Medford and Ponca City. Those have now since lifted northward. To see the lightning forming up there and some severe weather popping up as well. So these are now severe storms now starting to pull away. So it kind of sets the stage for what could be happening here later today. Now we have that cap in place we talked about, but if a storm can fire later this afternoon, the possibility is there for some intense thunderstorms that'll rotate. So we're going to watch that later this afternoon. It's the cap above us that's going to be very thick, with extremely intense conditions at the surface underneath that. If those can break through any little thin layers within that cap, that can create some explosive type thunderstorms. Explosive type thunderstorms this time of the year can create some very large hail, very strong winds, and even these rotating storms can create tornadoes. We're going to monitor the conditions very closely. Right now, it's just one of those situations you want to pay attention to, monitor it, but go about your business. Don't worry, go about your business today, because there may not be any storms at all. Okay, so we're going to watch that. If there is a storm today, threat for tornado is there from Enid, Chickasha, down to just east of Lawton. A threat continues. Highest threat will be up here in the north central, northeast parts of the state here going into the evening hours. That's why you have a little better chance for a storm. Got the chance there, about 30%, 20% chances elsewhere here coming up for late afternoon into this evening. Again, the other story is the fire danger. The drought shoves in. That'll be pushing across west Oklahoma. It's going to be very hot today in the west, very gusty, and those type conditions are going to allow for the possibility for some wildfires today. Fire starts because the winds are so strong, the humidity drops off. We can get some fast-moving wildfires, so pay attention to that as well. 67 south winds right now, 21 miles per hour. Windy conditions on the way today. Check out the winds. They'll be gusting today up to above 30 miles per hour, may get close to 40. So hold on the wheel. It's going to be a blustery forecast, windy and warm today. Winds will be up around 20 miles per hour this morning and closing in on 30 going into the afternoons. It's going to be a very windy day today. Some clouds at times today, 60s, 70s, and some 80s going into your afternoon. But between now and about 3 o'clock, it does look dry. If you're thinking about your kiddos and when they're coming home from school, right now there's no need at this point to get your kids out of school early. I think they're okay, because I think the storm chances will hold off till later this evening and to the early nighttime period. So 20% chances, 6 p.m. to about 9 p.m. I think is when our highest chance will be. Once again, go about your business, go about your plans. If you have some Friday evening plans, any other events going on, I think you're good to go. Just have that News 9 weather app open, have it ready to go, and be paying attention to the weather conditions here for today. 60s, near 70 right now. Warm, windy conditions across Oklahoma. Warming up today, 70s, 80s, 90s. Boy, hot summertime air out west. May close on 100 in a few spots. Cooler tonight as lows drop off in the 50s and 60s, and then rebounding it back up in the 70s, some low 80s around for tomorrow. Even Sunday looks good. We'll see some 80s around much of the state, some upper 70s in spots as well. So your storm chance today across central and east Oklahoma, and then into tonight, there'll be some chances of rain and storms from near Oklahoma City. Areas north and east of there is where the higher chances will be. And then we're not done. I think we'll see a dry weekend. Again, our rain chances today look spotty. As we go into tonight, again, best chances across northeast Oklahoma. And then really your weekend right now looks mainly dry through about noontime. Then here comes more rain chances going up into Monday. And we're setting up for what should be an unsettled, stormy, wet pattern into next week. And there's some signs we might be doing a little busting to that drought. There's some good rain showing up the next 9 days. Heading into next week, stormy pattern. That does mean some severe weather. So stay with News 9. We'll keep you advised.
Jed, thank you. And be sure to stay weather aware overnight with that free News 9 app. Get all the latest from Jed, from Lacey, from David, the whole News 9 weather team. Meanwhile, we'll keep you up to date right here on air throughout the morning. Back after this.